Hi, and welcome to Window Cleaning Dude. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about storefront window cleaning. So you're new to window cleaning and you're trying to figure out what's the fastest way that I can get into window cleaning. Storefront is one of the fastest, if not the fastest way to get into window cleaning. With storefront, you're going to just basically get your window cleaning equipment. So you're going to go to each storefront, go in, approach the business manager. If the business manager isn't there, ask to see the business manager, and you're basically just going to tell them, hey, I'm a local window cleaner, I am out in your area, I'm expanding in this area, just looking to see if you have a current window cleaner and if you'd like to have your windows cleaned. You got to come up with some little spiel, right? Come up with some little sentence that you're going to say in every place so that you can get that sentence down and then say it every time. If they have a window cleaner, then just say, well, you can ask them, how much are they charging you to clean your windows out front here? At that point, you can either underbid them. You can underbid by like price, you can underbid by percentage. So you can say, well, I'll clean it for 10% less, or I'll clean it for $2 less, or $5 less. And you're gonna have to play around with that to figure out what's gonna get someone to, pop and be like, okay, I'll take that deal. Because they could be very loyal to their window cleaner that they already have, and so you got to give them some kind of value that they're gonna be like, I'll give it a try, why not? With storefront, you're also gonna want to have to get some kind of contract would be ideal. Now they might not want to do a contract, and then it's up to you if you're gonna keep wanting to clean for them. Obviously, clean for them if you can, but the downer of that, of not having a contract, is that then the next window cleaner can come along and be like, hey, you got a window cleaner? I can beat their price by X amount. So if you have a contract, then they have to at least live up to that contract, X amount of cleaning. So it's like, hey, you're going to let me clean windows for you at this price for 6 months, or a year, or 3 months, whatever. You got to come up with a contract, and then at least they have to abide by that contract for X amount of cleanings, which you want, especially if you're underbidding yourself to get the job. You want to know that, well, I cut myself short, I shortchanged myself here, but at least I'm going to get this many jobs out of it, and that's X amount of dollars for the entire thing, right? That's one way to approach it. Hopefully they won't have a window cleaner already, so you're already in luck, and then still try to sign them up with a contract. Or they might not want to sign a contract, in which case you're just going to have to show them that you just do a much better job and you have better value. Then hopefully they will become a loyal customer of yours and won't want to jump ship if a cheaper guy comes along. This is one of the difficulties of storefront, is that it is cutthroat. Everyone's always trying to outbid the other person. There's only so many storefront options in each town, so you might have to do more than one town. You might have to travel 30 miles to the next town and do a route there as well. I don't really know. I mean, I don't focus myself on storefront. I focus on residential, and so I don't have these issues or these problems, but I do know that, some of you watching these videos of mine are probably interested in doing storefront, and so I'm trying to provide you with at least what I understand from storefront and what I know. And so I do know that it's cutthroat, and I do know that you don't make as much per customer. So with storefront, you do have to create a route, and ideally you want to create a route where you're doing this store, and then hopefully you're doing the store next door to them, and next door to them, or maybe you're doing one store at this end of the strip mall, and then maybe one in the middle and one over on the end. You're trying to line up as many storefront options in one little strip mall that you can, and then try to move over to the next nearest strip mall and form a route so that you can just go from one to the next, get in your car, go to the next strip mall, do those ones, so that you don't have to be like going all over town every which way. You're trying to schedule your storefronts so that you are as close as possible to the next one on your route. That way you can save time as you jump from place to place, cleaning each storefront, and then you're trying to fill in your route so that you are full for the month, right? And once you're full for the month and you have repeat customers and they're a repeat customer every month, then you're done. You're good for the year, right? You've filled in your month and they're going to repeat every month for the next 12 months. Then now your schedule's full. Now you can just focus on just getting those jobs done. And then if you get really fast, then you're going to have more openings and you can put more people into that schedule. And then eventually you're going to probably top out in terms of how many people you can fit in terms of your speed and your calendar. And at that point, then you're going to need to drop your lower paying customers for higher paying customers. And then that's a whole nother battle. So before you even get to that point, you need to start off with the basics, which is just getting those initial customers and filling in your schedule and speeding up your process. With storefront window cleaning, most storefront window cleaners like to use the pole. I personally like using ladders. I have done storefront, but my business focuses mostly on residential and commercial. With the few storefront that I have done, I've always taken my ladder with me. I like to use a step ladder as opposed to a pole. I do bring a pole also, but I really like to be up on the glass. I like to have it right in my face. I like to see exactly what I'm cleaning. I don't like standing back and not being able to see if I'm missing something, because I just love my windows being so perfect. Honestly, I'm probably like overdoing it. Like, they probably don't really need to be that perfect, which is probably why I don't do storefront, because in my mind I feel like they have to be perfect. And that might go back to when I first started window cleaning, and the guy I was cleaning with was cleaning and he was missing bird poop, and I was like, what, you know, this customer's not going to be happy. Gotta get this bird poop off. Realistically, most storefront businesses, the owner or the manager not going to be inspecting the window that closely. They just want to see that the majority of the dirt is gone, the windows look kind of sparkly and clean. So they're probably not going to be like, you missed a spot here and you missed a spot over here. You know, they're probably not going to be doing that. But in my mind, I always felt like I had to make them perfect, and so I like to be up on the glass. But most storefront window cleaners are going to be using a pole, standing down on the ground, and so you got to get good at using the pole. I'm not very good at the pole myself, just because I am always using the ladder and I am mostly doing residential. So, but once again, using the pole with your squeegee, that's just practice. Just like using the squeegee period, just practice. It's the same thing, it's just now the pole's an extension of your arm and you're just getting good at using the pole. So with time, you'll get better and faster at that. So you're going to need poles for storefront. I recommend also having a step ladder, but you might not want to do that. Most storefront window cleaners don't use step ladders unless the windows are extremely high and their pole's not long enough. And then you're going to need to be able to bring your own water a majority of the time, and you're going to want a professional grade window cleaning bucket. I always recommend buying professional grade equipment for everything for window cleaning. You definitely need it for storefront because you're going to want to be able to put a lid on that bucket as you transfer your water from place to place. As with residential, you can pour your water out at the end of the job and just refill at the next job. So you are going to need a lot of storefronts to make good money in window cleaning. From storefront window cleaning. Whereas we're residential, you know, you don't have to line up so many places to make good money. This video is about storefront, so keep in mind that you are going to have to line up a bunch of windows, a lot of storefronts, to make a decent income doing storefront window cleaning, if you're just focusing primarily on storefront. Now, if you're focusing on storefront, commercial, and residential, or storefront and residential, then that gives you more leeway in terms of like how many storefronts you got to line up right away. And maybe starting out, it might be good to just, if you want to eventually just only do storefront, do some storefront, but also do some residential to supplement your income while you're trying to build up that storefront schedule, so, and your route. So residential is a good way to make money really fast in window cleaning, a lot of money fast. And so if you are trying to build a route doing the storefront, throw in some residential till you build up your route and you don't have time to take residential anymore. That would be my advice. That's how I would approach it. It's going to take time to get that route built up. One of the nice perks I think about storefront is that a lot of times if you're doing like a food business, they will give you free food, which is always awesome. So that's always like a nice tip. Just the fact that your schedule is full. So if you're concerned about not having jobs lined up, then at least with storefront, once you fill in your schedule, you know you have repeat business. Even though I found that in residential window cleaning, I haven't had that issue. I know some people are very concerned about that, especially when they're first starting their business. So they go to storefront with the expectation of filling in their schedule and then just having repeat business every month, so they don't have to worry about if they're going to have another job in the future, or if someone's going to call them and hire them. So that is a nice thing to have for storefront window cleaning. The other nice thing about storefront is typically you're just cleaning the outside, although you can do inside and out. I have done inside and out on storefront. And the problem with the inside part is that then you're having to clean around merchandise. and signs and things like that. So you're going to need to be careful about that. You also need to learn how to stop the on and off switch for the sliding glass doors as they go back and forth as customers are going in and out. You need to learn about turning those off, at least one side, so that you can clean the one side while the other side still opens. You don't want to be like the window cleaner who's there and the windows are kind of opening and closing while you're trying to clean the window because you're standing in front of the little sensor, right? Or someone's coming and going. So you need to, if you don't know how, ask the merchant at your first job how to clean, how to turn those off, or you might want to YouTube, do some research on YouTube or other places on how to turn off those doors so that you don't look stupid trying to clean a door that's opening and closing on you the whole time. That's pretty funny. I've seen some videos like that. Those are probably the other things that matter, is just learning to turn the doors off, learning to avoid running into customers and having any liabilities there. Probably going to want to buy liability insurance, although they might not ask for it. You're going to want that because, you know, if a customer does trip over your equipment, you're going to need liability insurance. Or if you accidentally break something at a store, trying to clean when you're first starting off, you know, you're not completely used to your surroundings and your gear and everything, you might want to think about getting liability insurance right out the gate. I didn't get liability insurance right away when I started residential window cleaning, and I got away with it, right? Yeah, make it, fake it till you make it, right? But when you're dealing with commercial or storefront, your liability is a lot higher, and you don't want to be sued. You don't want your business to be down the drain before it even gets off the runway, right? So if you don't have the money, you don't have the money, so just go for it and do it. But at some point, try to get that liability insurance if you don't have the money to get it right up front. That way you're covered and protected, and your business that you're trying to build and scale isn't destroyed by one stupid incident or one mistake that happens. That would be a total bummer to starting a new business, right? So anyways, that's about it that I can think of for storefront. It's just buying that equipment, getting some practice, go practice on some empty storefronts to get practice, and then, you know, like ones that are up for rent. Get the practice, buy the professional grade equipment. You can go to windowcleaningdude.com, see a whole list of equipment there that you're going to need that I recommend. You can watch all my training videos. Even though I don't focus on storefront, all the things that I teach are relevant to storefront because it's still cleaning a window, right? It's all the same stuff, it's all windows. Watch everything there, learn about the equipment, learn about how to do window cleaning. Take that knowledge, start going out and getting your first storefront by going and approaching a manager and asking for their business. And always take business cards, hand out your business card. That way, maybe they don't want you now, but they might keep your business card for later. So always be thinking about the future. You could also go out and card businesses at night if they're closed at night. Go out there and card their business, right? Leave a card on their window. Maybe they'll call you up, you never know, so it's worth a shot. And then plan on doing just the outside on majority of businesses, and then be careful when you do the inside. Try to get liability insurance as soon as possible and build up your route. And so if you like this video and you found some information that was useful, please give me the thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and be a part of the Window Cleaning Dude community, and show YouTube that you do enjoy these videos. Click the notification bell for upcoming videos. Go to windowcleaningdude.com to learn everything I offer. It's all there for free. And don't forget to comment down below anything that you want to learn about or want more information on, or maybe your own experiences that other people in the community can learn from. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.